Of red in the heartland of Lincoln, Nebraska. An uncommon place and home to an uncommon program with a championship pedigree. What a matchup we have in store. It's still early in the season, but this is a major test for a couple of squads who've gotten out of the gate undefeated. As we'll see, the number 12 team in the country, the Kansas Jayhawks, taking on the 4th-ranked team in the land, the Nebraska Cornhuskers. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. The Jayhawks will kick it away to start. No chance for a return as that ball flies out of the back of the end zone. First down for this offense. He'll do it himself. That's 35, he's open. They finally make the stop, but the big run is plenty to move those sticks for the first down. He's darting around out there, racking up first downs, looking like Eric Crouch.
Finding that guy who's basically a running back that can throw the football is a must. Finding that element of your offense, and we can go back as far as you want. Nebraska finds those guys when they have very successful teams.
One back in the backfield, he gets the carry. You'll take 4 yards on first down every time, 2nd and 6. These two conferences have been tied together for years through the Sugar Bowl, a little testiness with the whole Texas-Oklahoma thing, and now the rivalry on the field between the Big 12 and the SEC.
Yeah, and conference realignments played a big factor, too, between these two conferences. Think back to when Texas A&M and Missouri joined the SEC. So this is always a fun one to watch, David. Wide-open offense from the Big 12, and then you get the physicality and the speed from the SEC.
I think you nailed it right there. Two totally different worlds. They live in different worlds all the time. One is pitchy woo-woo, throw it around all over the yard. The other one, physicality. Which style can present itself today and win the ball game?
And here comes the offense on 2nd down. They'll go to the ground. And he'll be taken down, but he does have enough for the first down. When you're called Corn Huskers, you're like a big red thrashing machine, and you're going to get it done on the ground.
Just going to chew up the ground yards. Just going to eat you up, play physical, be different. And that's what Nebraska fans want. Throwback to the old days, the glory days, and they want some of that here in this recent history.
And he's brought down after a nice gain.
You've got to be loving what you're seeing from your offense here on the opening drive of this game. They're in a really nice rhythm. They've got real good balance going on right now, and they've got the defense on their heels.
Works his way down to the 10-yard line after a pickup of 3. Love seeing these early season top 25 matchups. You can get a really good feel of how good these teams are, guys.
And the intensity is going to be big too, David, because the players, you know, on these teams, they've been thinking about this game for a long time. They knew they'd have a national stage, and they got a chance to prove just how good they are.
Oh, man, make that statement.
And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, Nebraska!
This defense has their hands full in this game because of what you saw right there. This quarterback is one of the fastest players in the entire country, and he runs one in. They're going to have to do a better job getting hats to him because they know they're going to see the QB run a lot today.
Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. On the run from inside his own 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. You can barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. Power football with the run. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
You know when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of balance, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another way to get it going, handing the ball.
Makes his connection. And the defense drags him down. That big pickup on what they call the drag route, but if you hit it on time, you can hit the turbo boosters.
And you've got to be accurate on the throw too, Reese. Nice job by the QB there, putting it out in front of his receiver to make an easy catch and then advance it.
Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on third down. He'll try to pick it up on the ground. And he'll move his way forward to the first down. They'll mark it at the 35.
And I don't care if I get it by 2, by 20, by 30, by 40. I just want to get the first down, understanding the situation, understanding where the sticks are. Doesn't have to be sexy, but I got to make sure I get to that stick, get to the first down mark.
Wants to throw on first down. Fires to the wideout. I don't think that's the way they drew it up. Incomplete.
And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder. The snapping the football, everybody being on time. Man, this crowd really affecting the football game.
Throws to the wideout. And the sophomore just a little too much on that one.
I love the decision by the quarterback. He found the open man, just don't love the throw. Got to be a little bit more accurate, make it easier on your target.
Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Unloads to the wideout. Got his man. And the explosive play, and they're on the move all the way to the 44. And the Jayhawks racing to the line in the hurry-up.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to...
And the heat gets home. They knock him down back at the 45.
And that is a great job by the defense, containing and constricting the pocket. There was nowhere for the QB to go, and he did not have a lot of time. He went down quick.
They've got a solid drive working, but now looking at 2nd and 11. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Great job of contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened there.
He'll try to do it himself. He gets the job done, picking up the first down, then getting down.
Nice job. Nice way to end that play for the QB. He does a really good job scrambling, getting the first down, and getting down. Because defensively, I'm trying to get a lick. Anytime I can hit the quarterback, that is a win.
He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. This crowd bringing the energy and noise early. Looking to throw, it's Marshall. Finds a crease at the 20. Nifty little scamper on this one. Enough for the first down, and he slides in safely. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Give to the running back. And after the tackle, we are headed to the end of the first quarter.
Nebraska 7, Kansas 0.
Second down now as they're ready to go back to work. Oh, and they'll try to catch him with a pass. And the freshman will chalk up a sack. This drive started about the time Walter Camp invented football, but the defense can finally get a stop on 3rd and long. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. Got him downfield. He'll be brought down at the 3-yard line. An explosive play in the passing game has him on the doorstep.
I love that from this offense. 3 is good. You're in field goal range, but now we're set up with 1st and goal because of great third down execution by this offense. Stay aggressive. Even when you get in this part of the field when everything shrinks and gets a little bit harder, you still want to be aggressive.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? And he was able to run through 1 tackle, but still only a modest gain.
I'm just trying to find ways to manufacture extra yards, right? I just get a couple extra in the red zone.
Quarterback sneak for the touchdown.
You know, this guy's had a big role in this offense this year, especially when they get down close to the end zone. That's his 5th rushing touchdown on the year. He's been a factor for these guys offensively.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. Smashes it through for the PAT. So that was a lengthy 17-play drive, and they finished the deal with the quarterback sneak. And we're all square as he's set to kick it away. From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position. Good job by the coverage unit to put a stop to that return. The Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense. After standing on the sideline and watching that long touchdown drive, they really need to put something together to give their defense a rest.
And that's a real thing, man. Like, you played a lot of plays, you get worn out, you need a chance to go decompress on the sideline, get some oxygen. Palmer, now it's on this offense.
Yeah, this is the definition of complementary football because it's a 2-pronged problem. You've got to score points and answer, but you've also got to take your time and give your defense an opportunity to get their win.
Wide open downfield. Able to work it to the 39-yard line, and that'll be a 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Catch in the middle. It's Hall. Good pickup there as he gets the 1st down, and they'll mark him at the 48.
Nice job by the quarterback, pre-snap and post-snap. He knew the defense was going to be playing zone coverage, and there was no doubt in his mind where he was going with that football.
From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. At the 35, he's loose. They ripped off a big one, and they get it down to the 27. Not much can impose your will on a defense like popping a big run.
Especially when they know you're going to run it, right? This offense right now is just more physical. They're more physical up front in the trenches. And this running back and his ability to break tackles, that is just so demoralizing for this defense.
He's just outside the 20-yard line, stopped at the 21 after a pickup of 6. Got 6 on 1st down, now a lot of options on 2nd and 4. From the gun, they'll try the middle. Knocked down, but not before he crossed into the red zone and picked up 4 yards down to the 17. And the Huskers have moved it inside the 20. They'll run for it on 3rd and short. Tackle is made, but not until he gets the 1st down.
How do I make the defense defend multiple plays? Really nice job running the RPO. The pass threat, you could tell, softened them up a little bit. Now you hand the football off, and you get the big 3rd down conversion.
Touch pass on the jet sweep. We'll take a quick break here. 2 minutes to play in the 1st half. Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the 1st down without getting it into the end zone. From the gun, running back on the move. And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down.
And, you know, when we talk about great 3rd down defenses, it really starts with them getting stops on 1st and 2nd down. You've got to get those stops early in the drives to set up 3rd and long, so that's a missed opportunity on that 2nd.
Touchdown, Husker! That is the ultimate grab and go for the score.
And I just love the execution by this offense. Late in the half, man, you want to take the lead. You want to get that momentum on your side, and they do it. They finish it with the passing game. I tell you what, keep that passing game up, keep this lead, keep the momentum, and keep putting up numbers.
That one bounds through the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. The Kansas offense returns to the field. Now they need to put something together to answer that last score.
There's a lot of pressure, too, on this offense to have to execute at a high level.
And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18.
Well, I think one of the biggest reasons why this team is finding themselves in a hole here in the first half is this has been a sack party. They can't keep the defense off of their quarterback. They haven't been able to get the ball.
And here comes the pressure, and there he goes down again.
And how about that back-to-back sack? You want 2 sacks in a game? That's a great game. He is flying around, getting to that quarterback and getting him on the ground.
On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. He'll pull it down and run. On the move at the 30. And he gets it up to the 36. It'll be a first down.
This guy just gives you nightmares. I mean, he's just got so much electricity. He just pulls it down and chews up yards like it's nothing. That's a quarterback. A quarterback doing that to your defense.
Going up top on first down. And he can't escape, and down he goes. A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half. They've already racked up big sack numbers. It's starting to snowball, and they are ready to go again. Looking to pass. It's Marshall. He'll pull it down. Still running at the 40. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense. The Jayhawks come to the line with a fresh set of downs. He's going to pass. Pressure coming. They'll rip off 8 on that play. It's 2nd and 2. And the Jayhawks in the hurry up. On 2nd down, he'll let it fly. The freshman able to get home with the sack. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half.
I tell you what, if I'm this QB, I am ill as a hornet in my offensive line. Are you kidding me? That's the 6th time they put me on the ground. Dudes, will y'all protect me a little bit better, please?
Feeling some heat. And the pressure is coming in, and they get him again. Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll go to the sideline and try to make adjustments. The Jayhawks will call on their punt team. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. And the returner will be brought down. And here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. How about the way they attacked the last time they had the ball, mixing run and pass and winding up in the end zone, Jesse?
That's why recruiting is so important. They've got weapons at...
Picked off! He goes out of bounds, but what a play to create a sudden change opportunity.
QB's got to pick and choose their spots when they want to be really aggressive and try to fit balls in tight windows. Great job by the DB making a big play, getting the ball back to its offense.
Finds his man. It's Thompson. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down.
And that's why this guy is such a weapon in this offense, because you don't have to throw it far downfield. Just get the ball in his hands. He catches it close to the line of scrimmage, but look what he was able to do after the catch. He gets...
Touchdown, Kansas! What a grab and go for the score.
Yeah, and the passing game comes through, man, and we need more of that in the second half. An extra point away from tying this football game. You trailed a little bit in the first half, stayed calm. If this passing game can continue to heat up, look out in the second half.
And the extra point was good as they finished the drive. So here comes the kickoff after the touchdown, and the last thing you need right before the half is to give up a big return. On the move from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Just enough time for one final play of the half. To the air on first down. Oh, he's going to take a shot at the DB. Pass is incomplete, and that's going to do it for the first half. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update. Just about set to put toe to leather as we are deadlocked here in the third. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Kansas gets the ball back, and the Jayhawk offense is ready to go to work. First drive of the second half, always fun to watch. You see what type of tweaks were made at the half, especially when you're locked up in a ball game like this one.
Yeah, and it's been a good game. I mean, it's been a little bit of back and forth and a feeling out process. And now once you get in the second half, who's going to get aggressive, Palmer? Who's going to take some shots, try to make some plays, and really go for it?
Yeah, it's interesting. I think as play callers right now, you learn a lot about these coaching staffs with respect to who does make the best adjustments. There's a lot of coaches that believe we're just going to be who we are. We're going to keep doing what we do. We're just going to do it better. But then there are others that tweak things a little bit on offense and on defense. We're going to find out here.
Man, what a good job by the pass rush. Get into the QB and putting a lick on him as he's throwing the football. That's what you want. It doesn't matter about sacks. You've got to get quarterback hits.
Back to pass, it's Marshall. Pocket starts to collapse. And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17.
On third and long, you know what's coming. It's exactly where you want to get an offense. The passing game has to come out. You go nickel, bring some more speed on the field, and the defensive line gets home and gets the sack to force the fourth down.
He gets a block. This guy is a daring punt return man. He's not going to settle for the fair catch. A solid return. Gets a little bit of ground for the offense. The Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense. They'll run it. And just causing wreckage in the secondary. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down. They're getting this guy lathered up. Not much working there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
Well, they're going RPO. Nice job handing it off, and really good vision there, just getting what he can get, right? Puts his foot in the ground, gets forward, helps this offense find positive moments.
From the shotgun, they'll run it. And he finds some solid space, makes a nice game before the defense is able to stop it. 3rd and short from the 22. Is the field goal unit getting ready, or is this already 4-down territory? Oh, it's loose. Once that ball was loose, offense didn't have a chance. Defenders turnover.
Man, it was a good run, right? You had the first down. You knew you had the first down. Now just take care of that football. You see a lot of times those second efforts, fighting for extra yards, and that's when running backs seem to cough it up.
This coach wanted to be absolutely certain on a challenge. He was right. The previous play will be overturned.
And I like the quarterback making the decision quickly. I'm going to give it. I'm not going to throw the football off the RPO and just let my back get some positive yards. You're getting 5+ yards. That is a great job by the offense. Continue to stick with that.
Looking to the end zone. And he'll sail it way too far for everybody.
And that's just a huge missed opportunity on offense. QB missed his guy wide open in the end zone. You might not get another clean look like that in the rest of this game.
Got it, looking for a first. Touchdown, Cornhuskers! And that one will put them up here in the second half. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And with the extra point, the score is now 21-14. So they covered 42 yards on the drive. And they close the deal with the 7-yarder for the score.
Kansas 14.
And he takes this from inside the 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. The Kansas offense returns to the field. Last time, David, it was 1-2-3 kick.
The last drive, that 3 and out, sometimes that puts your defense in a bad spot, and you got to get a drive together here so you don't wear the defense out.
I just think, David, too predictable, that last drive. They got to do something here to get this defense on their heels.
Using his legs, it's Thompson. He's brought down, but not before they pick up the big first down.
This running back loves running into the teeth of the defense. In between the tackles, he keeps a low pad level, and he's got some speed.
They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. He wants to throw. And that pass picked off. He couldn't quite get loose on that return, but he'd already made the play, and they've got it at the 35.
Man, that is picture-perfect cover 0. When I play cover 0, I'm bringing pressure, and that ball's going to come out. Look at the defense. Ready for that ball to come out of the quarterback's hand. Nice job breaking on the football and going and making the interception.
Fires it down the seam. It's complete. A huge pickup.
That's a beautiful pass and catch. I love the job the quarterback does manipulating the defense with his eyes. He froze that safety.
And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Nebraska. Ready to try the point after. The kick is up and good and puts one more on the lead. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Guys, let's recap that ranked-on-ranked matchup that has just gone final. Pittsburgh came through with a lunch pail hard hat performance, and the end result is an eye-opening road victory. And I guess it's not so much that they won, it's more how they won, and the fact this wasn't ever really in question. Going to be interesting to see what the fallout from this one is for one ranked team, while the other figures to get a bounce when the new rankings come out, guys.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there. Kevin, thanks for the update. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Trying to get the edge with a quick touch pass. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one.
Really good job by the defense, seeing it and going and getting it. Nice job understanding the touch pass. It could happen. Those guys go in motion, man. I got to understand, safety's got to see that, start flying down, getting ready to play that. Nice job by the defense being ready for that play.
Trying to make magic on the scramble. And he scoots his way to the first down and then slides to avoid the hit.
Yeah, I think you're just seeing the experience this guy has, right? He's so poised that initially he's flushed out of the pocket, nothing's open, and he doesn't panic. He's not throwing it away. He's not sliding early. He just knows where the defense isn't. And he's able to attack that space with his speed and get a positive play.
I know that wasn't a huge, sexy gain. I know not everybody's jumping up and down, but what it does do is put you in a great position to succeed on 2nd down. 2nd and 10, really hard. 3rd and 10, really hard. Now you're in a manageable situation. It really gives you the whole playbook.
And they'll shove him out of bounds after the short gain.
And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all run after the catch, so pretty easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American in this booth, David, if I were allowed to have push passes when I was playing quarterback. I'll tell you that. It is so hard to defend. It's so hard to seal that edge, especially when this guy's full speed ahead coming around the outside.
And the Jayhawks are rolling down the field. To the air, it's Marshall. They're bringing heat. Scrambling away. And he gets out of there and gets some yardage and gets down without taking any punishment.
I mean, these quarterbacks nowadays can run so fast. Think about who you've got chasing them. Defensive linemen, those big old defensive tackles, defensive ends, linebackers, they can't catch him because they're faster than them nowadays. So much speed, so much electricity now with these guys.
You got to give the defense credit. They knew a big key in this one was slowing this dude down, especially after how well he played the last time out. They have been swarming him, they have been gang tackling him, and getting a lot of penetration up front.
Trying to get to it. And the defense picks up a sack, getting the quarterback down at the 44. Trying to pick up a first down.
That's the end of the third quarter of play. With the score, Nebraska 28, Kansas 14.
Now facing a third down as they line up after the break. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. Coming after him. And the defense gets loose, bringing the heat, and down he goes again.
Quarterbacks don't have high completion percentages from their backs. It's been really hard for this QB to get in any kind of rhythm. We've got to change something up here. We've got to do something different because right now it's just a sack penalty.
Getting some heat. Still running at the 40. And he'll slide after picking up the first down.
You know, QBs want to make those big plays. They want to put up the big stats. But when nothing's there, sometimes you just tuck the ball, get a minimal gain. I like the slide, by the way, too. Get down and don't take a big hit.
Hands it off. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
You got to give this defense credit because they have bottled this guy up all game long. He's one of the best running backs in all of college football. Everybody was expecting him to have a big one today. Don't tell that to this defense, though. They played with great effort. They've gotten hats to the football, and they have been able to shut him down.
I like it. Just frustrate the defense. Get that 5 to 6 yards. Make him honor the run. Make him know that you're willing to run the football and run it effectively.
Muscling ahead on 3rd and short. And he's brought to the ground, but not before he gets enough for the first down. The Jayhawks come to the line with a new set of downs. A first down run in the red zone. And they try the middle of this defense, and that is not happening.
If you're going to stop the run game, you better be physical up front on the defensive line. They've got some maulers. They've got some dudes with bad intentions. Nice play there.
Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. They've softened them up with a run. Now to throw it. They're trying to get to it. And he's sprinting. He'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Rock Chalk. Well, if the momentum hadn't shifted before, it certainly has now.
It has, and now you got some game pressure, right? That's beautiful. Now the defense comes out, get you a stop, get aggressive, but the offense a little bit of pressure now because they know if the ball goes back to the other side, they could lose this ball game.
Looking to throw, it's Marshall. Looking to the end zone, but the pressure gets there first, and the quarterback is sacked, and the 2-point conversion attempt is stopped. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. Oh, look at Mr. Hands taking the squibber inside the 30. They make the tackle at the 39, but a really good job by the return team there. And here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. They keep it on the ground. Clock is their friend. They can rely on this guy to pick up solid yardage when they need it, and he's out to the 43. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Wide receiver shows motion. Touch pass on the run. Brought to the ground, but not before getting enough for the first down.
And just went with something very easy, very reliable. Flip it forward, let your receiver do the rest. I only got to get a few yards. Nice job, nice execution. First down.
This offense thinks that they have enough left in the tank here to run the football and run all the time off the clock. They got the lead late. Didn't get the first down on that last one, but it's not going to surprise anybody if they turn around and hand it off again here.
It's reverse. He's run out of bounds, but he's got enough to move the sticks.
I know that wasn't a long game, But I tell you what, when I'm a defense, there's so much motion that goes into it. And now I know you're going to hand the ball to the wide receiver and things you can do off of it. But you see, he chews up yardage really quickly. Gets an easy game. That was an effortless game. And a lot of times, running backs, it's a lot harder to manufacture that kind of offense.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Quick release by the QB. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. Coming to the line, looking for that first down on 3rd and short from the 29. They'll try to run for it. And they drag him down, but not before he picks up the first down.
Man, it's so nice to have a guy that you can depend on. Like, this offense is built around him for a reason. Just a good running back. You can see, gets north-south, doesn't dance, picks up positive yards, breaks tackles. He's just a really good player, and that's why this offense runs through him.
Down to the 16-yard line. It's 1st and 10. Might as well give it to him again. And he'll pick up 1. It brings up 2nd and 9.
At the 15-yard line.
8th play of the drive coming up. Looking for a man. It's Dalton. Fires to the end zone. And he's got it for the touchdown, and that one just might do it.
And, you know, late in the games, offenses sometimes get conservative when they got the lead and they got the ball. I love this offense. They were aggressive. They got another score added to the lead. Now you're trying to salt this game away.
About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. Not going to get a return here. They'll bring it out to the 25 as the kickoff sails through the back of the end zone. Kansas gets the ball back, and the Jayhawk offense is ready to go to work. They'll crank up this drive with the pass. Pressure coming. He's brought down, but not before he turned that into a positive play and picked up a few on the run. Clock is still running, and they have to get everybody lined up. He's looking to throw. Feeling some heat. And there was nowhere to go for this quarterback, and down he goes. They're at their fastest tempo trying to get off this 3rd down play. He's looking downfield to throw. Pocket starts to collapse. And he tried to make something happen with his feet, but they stopped him short, and it'll bring up a 4th down.
Well, and you can tell the QB, he drops back and he wants to throw the football. He wants to push it downfield, try to get the first down. Couldn't do it. Nobody was open, couldn't find anybody, took off to scramble. Great job by the defense reacting to it, getting him on the ground, stopping him short of the first down.
On 4th down, they'll throw for it. They've got him. It's a sack, and what a stop for this defense to turn it over on down.
And that just about does it. That about puts this thing to bed. The offense, listen, they had to go for it, but now defense, this is the situation where you say, I'm just going to eat clock, up by several possessions, eat clock, get out of here with a W.
Skips away from pressure. Nobody open. He just throws it away, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
Good decision by the QB. You're outside the pocket. You're trying to find an open target. No one's open. Throw it away and live to play another day.
And now on 2nd down for this offense. Running back searching for a hole. They finally get him on the ground, but the big running play moves the chains for the first down. They'll try to get it in with the run. And on that short gain, that will bring us to the end of this game. Guys, this is a really good win for this ball club as they put together consecutive victories.
And in this season, that's what you got to do. You got to put together good weeks, build on each other, build that momentum, continue to grow as the season goes on.
Yeah, David, it's all about building confidence, and it's really important for these players to go out, work hard in practice, and see that hard work really pay itself off on game day. This is a team that's really starting to believe in itself.
That's going to do it for us from here. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports.